Welcome to The Evolving Healer. I'm C.Metoyer, your host. A little bit about myself. I'm currently a graduate student on the journey of healing myself while helping others heal along the journey. A little bit about the podcast. We'll be sharing real life experiences while you're going on your journey and while I'm going on my journey, being true, authentic, and pure. Welcome back to The Evolving Healer, guys. Today we're joined by a special guest named Gabrielle Johnson, a Louisiana entrepreneur, educator, and founder of the Credit Hub Academy, High Klass Financials, and I am Gabrielle J. Driven by faith and purpose, Gabrielle has dedicated her career to helping individuals and entrepreneurs build stronger financial futures through credit education, tax strategy, and business development. Through her brand, she has empowered hundreds of people to improve their credit, navigate the tax process with confidence, and turn their business ideas into reality. Her mission is simple: educate, empower, and equip others with the knowledge and resources to create a generational wealth and financial freedom. Welcome to the Evolving Healer podcast,
Thank you
Gabby.
for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, so let's jump right into it. You know, a lot of times when people feel, things are bigger than them and things like that, they don't understand like the calling on their life and things like that. So have you experienced a season where your vision felt bigger than your capacity?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure. Well, I've been doing this for like 6 years. So over the 6 years, I've navigated through a lot of industries, and it was because I started thinking like, oh, I can do this, I can do this. I did this, I did this. So as I started navigating away from my actual calling, everything started seeming a little bit bigger than what I actually had. So that's when I experienced burnout, because I was operating something that I wasn't operating on my own strength.
Okay.
So it was bigger than me.
So what's your calling, if you don't mind us asking?
So I feel like my calling is to actually help people. I'm big on purpose. So yeah, of course I want to make a profit, but I'm big on purpose. So I feel like my purpose is to help people. And with me helping people, with that being my purpose, I feel like God will bring in my profit. So I feel like my overall calling is to help people and to navigate them to the resources that they may need.
Absolutely. How do you stay encouraged in those moments when you feel like purpose just seems so far away?
Well, honestly, I sleep a lot. Not gonna lie to you, whenever I'm kind of experiencing a lot of little burnout and stuff, I be like, yeah, it's probably that I need to sleep. And then but I feel like that's really when I am, when I refuel myself. I mean, now, not just sleep, but I kind of go back to the drawing board. I'll see what's really holding me back. I know that I can go to a certain level, so what's actually keeping me from it. And so
reevaluating yourself in the process.
Yeah,
spending time to reset, recharge. I feel like that's necessary. A lot of people that's in entrepreneurship don't understand the importance of taking a step back and just resetting and regrounding. What does it mean to trust God's timing when everything in you wants to move faster?
I can definitely attest to this. If you don't trust His timing, He will sit you down. He set me down so bad. And I want to say it here, actually, because I don't think a lot of people know about this sit down that I had. So in 2024, it was the end of 2023, I was like, okay, I'm going to move my shop. I'm going to move. God had really been telling me, it's time. I put you in front of these people. We created the platform, but it's something bigger for you. I was thinking a bigger shop. He wasn't talking about that. So I was like, oh, let me go to a bigger location. Every time I had put we're going to have a grand opening, never worked. I lost $25,000, and that put me in the deepest hole ever, the darkest place. So this was 2024. And then after that, I just was like, okay, I'm going to close my shop. 2 months later, my transmission slipped. So then I'm like, I've been using my credit. I wasn't big in credit. I've been using my credit to pretty much fund the business and stuff because I'm not operating in God's strength. So therefore, now I have to run off my own. Now He's going to definitely tear me down. So I didn't have a car for 3 months. In those 3 months, I had to walk. This is 2024. I had to walk my baby to gymnastics. A lot of people don't know, I went without for a long time. And it was because I was basically thinking, oh yeah, God wants me to do this bigger, but He wasn't talking about that. he was saying like, I have a bigger plan for you. You didn't need a bigger child. It was a bigger plan.
It was time to move.
It was, yeah. So he sat me down. I'm not gonna lie. He sat me down. He did. So I'm big on, you better wait. Like, I be terrified now. I'm like, God, give me a little sign, little 1, 2, little something. If you don't want me to do this, I'm cool. Cause I'm very cool with waiting, because when I didn't wait, I had to start back over. It's just a repeated cycle when you don't wait. You have to go back. You're gonna have to go. It's gonna be a full circle moment. You're gonna have to go back through those same things if you're not waiting. So I'm big on waiting.
Absolutely. I feel like that's important. A lot of times we rush the process versus trust the process. So let's get into calling versus career. Many people struggle with, because their current career doesn't fully match what they believe they're called to do. How do we remain faithful in seasons that don't look like our final destination?
I'm not gonna lie, that faith gotta be strong. That faith has to be strong, because even like I'm talking about like the dark place that I was in, once I identified like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. This is like Jumanji. Okay, level 1, level 2, cool. So during that process, I told God, I understand what you're doing, but please keep me sane while you're doing what you're doing. Like, I'm cool with the waiting. I'm cool with the losing. I'm cool with all of this. Just please keep me sane, because I know that I'm going to come out of it. And when I come out of it, I want to be able to actually receive it, rather than look at it as like, oh, this is probably not going to last, because I'm so used to looking at the darkness. Like, I want to still be able to receive blessings from you and not think that they're just something that's temporary. So I definitely encourage to just serve while you wait. Still do what you can do. Even if you can't give something, give to God. Talk to God. Give him at least your time. So that's something.
Okay. The preparation season can be kind of rocky. We tend to be like, man, it don't look good. It don't feel good. My now, it's just not. It's not what I expected it to be. Like, what are some lessons that you feel like your preparation season taught you?
It definitely taught me to not be impulsive. I used to be super impulsive. So, it definitely taught me to like not be impulsive. Just wait. Literally, like, that's one thing I'm big on. It's just like waiting and having the faith. Like, because it's gonna come. You got to look at everything. It literally, like, some people say, oh, if you lose something, you're going to have a little, it's not a little lesson. It's a big lesson. You just have to be able to, like, identify the lesson. You have to be able to want to look for the lesson. If you just look at it as like a bad season or this, that, and the third, you're not going to find it.
Right. But what if I don't have the discernment or the ability to see the lesson in that test?
You got to pray for discernment then, because you're not going to be able to get around a lot of things without discernment. Like, you gotta pray. If you're not seeing the bigger picture, you need to ask God to kind of like narrow it down for you to be able to see the bigger picture.
Give you that clarity.
Yeah, you gotta be able to want the clarity.
That's good. That's good. Have you ever realized God was developing you through a season you initially wanted to escape?
Yes, definitely. Definitely a lot of them, actually.
Me right now.
Like, literally, like, but then it's like, when you think about it though, it's like, when I wasn't always like this. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, before God set me down, I feel like I had a horrible attitude. I feel like I did look for the negative stuff, but like, once he actually set me down and I had to sit through a lot of things, and he was like, no, you don't have to continue to like look at it as a negative light. You can look at it as, yes, I'm developing you. I'm building your character. So like, when this stuff come back around, it's gonna be nothing. Like, like, something that's a bad day to you today might not be a bad day to you tomorrow.
Right.
So you just have to look at it as like something like that.
Understanding, like, in the process, what is building, what is creating. It's building that character. It's creating a whole new version of yourself, allowing you to be able to get in that battlefield and deal with it, for real.
Yep.
How can someone honor where they are while still pursuing where they are going?
Pretty much focus on today. I mean, like, if you get so far ahead into like what you're trying to do and what you're trying to be, like, it's gonna overwhelm you to where you don't want to do nothing, because you're gonna experience a burnout that you're not even experiencing because you're not living in today. Like, you're trying to. I mean, now it's great to have goals, inspiration, all of that, but if it's gonna drive you crazy, well, let's focus on one day at a time.
One step at a time.
One step at a time. If it's gonna have you like, oh, I gotta hurry up, I gotta. That used to be me.
Operating in chaos, not necessary.
Yeah.
If it bring chaos,
It's not of God, and I
it's
ain't,
not
and
part
I
of the
ain't with
plan.
it. And I ain't with it. If it's causing any type of chaos, it's not from God. He's not a man. I mean, he's not of any type of conflict, and I'm not with it. So therefore, I just let it.
He is not the
flow.
author of confusion.
Exactly.
For real. Waiting seasons and trusting the process can be like, man, I'm waiting, but I don't see it. Like, waiting is one of the hardest parts of the growth process overall. Not because, we're inactive, but due to it's not bringing you an instant sense of satisfaction, but because we often don't know how long the wait will be. So what has waiting taught you about yourself?
I'm not gonna lie, waiting built my faith a lot. Like, I have crazy faith. Like, really nobody can tell. I'm not gonna say can't nobody tell me nothing, but it's like, who are you to tell me something when God tells me everything? Like, you cannot limit. Like, you can say what you say, but God doesn't have any limits. So I feel like waiting. While I waited, I'm not gonna lie, I served a lot. Like I said, I feel like my purpose is to serve the people, but I was serving stuff I didn't even have. So that's what really built my faith. It was like, okay. Because I thought God was going to have me shame one time. I was like, hold up. I ain't got these kids might not have no toys. I was like, hey, hold up. But hey, they were, I do my back to school badge. And I was like, I ain't even get no car. So.
How am I make this happen?
And so I'm not going to lie, like the mayor called me. She was like, Gabe, I need you to make it happen. Baby, I didn't get no car. But I was like, I'm make it happen. And so like that morning, now I'm not gonna lie to you, before this year, I used to be all over the place, everywhere. Like I wasn't on time, I just procrastinated a lot, I would say. And so that day, I remember for that specific event, I went there early. I put the toys on the table. I left. I came back. I was like, child, all these kids like, yeah, baby, I feel like to death. But when I walked inside, it had so many toys. Like, all my sponsors, like, they came, like, when I wasn't there. So I had more than enough. So the guy let me know right then, like, you're relying on you. Like, who
You're not
are you?
relying on me.
Exactly.
You putting it in your own hands.
Exactly. So from that moment right then, it's just been, I'll serve while I wait. And it's just that.
The waiting season can bring a lot of beauty. It can bring a lot of pain. Mm-hmm. It's all about what you're willing to get out of that process.
Yep.
For real. Have you ever looked back and realized a delay actually protected you from something?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I would say like when I moved shops and I was renovating this building, then I'm like, oh, I don't want this building. I want this building next door. And then I renovated 2 buildings, and that's when I lost all that money. And then like I said, I was tore down for a little bit. Then the following year, I made like triple of that. So it's like if I was still in those buildings, I would still have overhead. I would still have all of that. So that delay right there turned into like me making way more money than ever. So it's like I was okay with it. Like, okay, I lost $25,000. No, that ain't no change. But that's not no change. But
compared to what you made.
Compared to what I've made, like after that season, I was like, okay, well, I'm glad. I'm thankful for that delay. I'm thankful for the denial. I'm thankful for...
It was necessary for your next and where he bringing you and brought you through. So do you feel like, how do you stay faithful even when the answers just don't come as fast as we expect? Like,
I don't know. I just be, God, I need you to make some shade.
For real.
Don't do today.
Sometimes you just got to sit in his word, bask in his presence.
Yeah, I just like, God, I need your strategy.
I feel like a big thing is sometimes we have to disconnect ourselves from some people, certain surroundings.
Yes,
remove
definitely.
ourselves from certain environments to really just regroup and reconvene with God and really allow him to see like, okay, God, I'm willing to put in the effort and so you can bless me with my needs.
Yep, and I'm so quick to isolate. I don't mind. I'm telling you, I don't mind. I be like, God, remove them. I don't care. Get them on. I need to, I don't mind it just being me and you because it's been me and you before and it was cool.
Right.
So I don't really mind me isolating again. We can do it again. As long as I got you, I'm cool. Because
that's all I need.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you're going to bring me out of it. So if I am going through something, like, I understand. I understand it. I don't feel good, but it's for my good, so it's necessary, so it's cool. But just keep me grounded. That when I come out of it, I can turn around and see what the actual lesson was in it. So if I ever have to go back through it, it's not going to be the same.
Yeah, I feel like this season of my life just been teaching me to be thankful for the small things and understanding like you have to make some sacrifices to get to where you want to go and to get to your next of where he trying to bring you. Like I feel like this year it's been nothing but sacrifices for
Yeah.
me, but it's all I see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone who feel discouraged by how long their journey is taking?
I would just say, just honestly, like, now, don't, like, granted, don't play, like, but like, be disciplined, be humble throughout the journey, but you got to meet God halfway too. You can't just say, oh God, I want this. Oh, this is my vision board, but you're not working.
What are you doing?
You're not doing it because He's not gonna. What you want Him to do? Like, you're not meeting Him halfway. That's selfish of you.
Right.
So, I would definitely say just really enjoy where you at, because the journey don't humble. You're not gonna regret your small beginnings. You're gonna look back at it, because like when I became an entrepreneur, my baby was I started selling hair and all of that when I was pregnant. So when I had her, I put her in daycare 8 weeks just so I can go like do what I need to do what I need to do. And I know people probably look at that like, dang, like you just threw her, but that was a sacrifice I had to make, because I said when she's younger, I can work. So now when she's older, I don't miss nothing. Like, I'm there for her. Anytime she has something, I'm there for her. So you're going to have to sacrifice some things, but don't look at it as like a total loss, because you got to understand that where you're going is going to be way greater than where you at right now. So don't look at it as a total loss. Like, just look at it as like, okay, like I said, Jumanji, level 1, level 2, you're going to get through it, I promise. I did it.
Step by step.
Step by step, So it's like, don't look at it as like, oh, this is going to be your forever. Like, no, this just right now. You got to see, God want to see what you want to give up to. He don't want you to think that it's just so easy. Because once you get to a certain place with Him, it's going to be like, oh, this is well worth it. So, yeah, just don't be discouraged, but love where you're at as well. Like, love your small beginnings. Love exactly where you're at, because when you look back at the journey, that's the most beautiful part.
That's good. The people needed that one. For real.
Yeah.
What if the waiting season is where the transformation happens?
What you said?
What if the waiting season is where the transformation happens?
That's where it's gonna happen. Like, you gonna be so surprised. Like, it's not even gonna feel real, because it's like you're gonna be so used to going through like problems and sacrifices. So it's like, oh, if it ain't one thing, it's another. To where it's like it's gonna get so good for you. You're gonna be excited. When I came out of that, I was like, oh God, it wasn't good. It ain't feel good, but it was for my good. It was very necessary. Like, I've learned so much. Like, and of anything, you will always want your character steady build, so you will be able to handle things like that. So, yeah.
Okay, let's shift into like burnout, overgiving, and boundaries. I feel like that's a big one. A lot of times we don't understand like us continuing to propel and overdo and overgive, what it leads to. Burnout. Like, burnout is real. Many purpose-driven people are exhausted, not because they are capable, but because the struggle to the top is like a never-ending thing. Have you ever experienced burnout? What does it look like for you? How did it feel?
Absolutely, I experienced burnout. And it felt like not good. I hated it. Like, honestly, and it was because of me though. It was because I was such like, oh my God, like I want everybody to to experience them being an entrepreneur. Like, oh my God, like I'm stretching myself thin, helping people build their business, doing this, doing that. And at the end of the day, I'm like, hold on, I'm doing all of this, but at the end of the day, I'm burning myself out. I'm not even working on my own business. And then it's not even, like it's not even something that's like appreciated. So it's like when it comes down to my business and me handling my own business, I don't want to. So it's like I had to start setting boundaries.
You cutting yourself short.
Yeah, I had to start setting boundaries. So now I say no a lot. I set a lot of boundaries as far as anything dealing with business, because experiencing burnout and you don't need to, you don't have to, it's like very selfish to yourself. So just say no.
A lot of people struggle with the word no.
I did for a long time.
How you built that character to learn how to be like no?
Because when you go through that waiting season of that losing season, when you come back, no. because through the waiting season, you're sitting in it. You're seeing all the times that you said yes. You're seeing all of everything that created the burnout. So when you kind of come back, when you recharge from that, it's easy to set boundaries. Like, no, I can't come. I'm sorry. I'm super, super sorry. I would love to, but it's just not something I can do right now.
I feel like in some seasons it's important for us to learn to be selfish in a sense.
Yeah.
Because we tend to put others before ourselves, and then that's when that burnout comes.
Yeah, and then another thing that I realized is that make you look thirsty. That make you look like you need them. Like, oh, if I tell you no, then you're gonna leave or something. Oh, okay, that's fine.
That's fine.
I mean, because I need me. Like I need to be good for
What
me.
if I lose myself in the process?
Exactly.
Though?
And then I have to go back and rebuild myself. And you're doing what you're doing. You're going to the next person and asking them the same things. So you're basically creating like pretty much like a group of people that you're burning out, and you just going down the line.
You're just getting your resources, getting what you need, what's benefiting you.
And then the person that you're burning out, they have to go back to the drawing board, building themselves up. So yeah, you just have to. I realized I was like, oh yeah, this thirsty. Like this seems like I need them.
Why do you think high achieving people struggle with boundaries so bad?
Like I said, because it seems thirsty, because you really want to achieve, you really want to satisfy everybody, you want everybody to feel like you're the best.
Being a people pleaser?
Yes, and I'm okay with not being the best to everybody. I'm not a horrible person or nothing like that, but I just realized me not putting myself first put me to a place where I really had to go back to the drawing board and figure out who I was, other than a people pleaser, because that's what I feel like my identity was for a long time.
And I feel like, too, a lot of people tend to, when it comes to people pleasing, it's like, okay, cool, I'm a do this just because I know such and such gonna respect me off of the strength of me doing this.
But that's the thing, they won't. Because they're going to look at you like, oh, because what they're going to do is, yeah, they may seem like that at first, but then it's like, okay, say that you have something big going on. And then they could be like, oh, no. Oh, I don't have to pay her because I know her. Oh, no. Like
you pay everybody else for the service, so why you can't pay me?
So, you're going to pay me. But I'm saying, like, you don't even want to have that type of reputation of, oh, yeah, she only let certain people come in for free, or, oh, I can call her anytime and get something for free. No, you can't. I don't even want nobody to even put that in their head about me. Because no, you can't. So I feel like you have to put your foot down to let them know, like, yeah.
At the end of the day, business is business.
Business is business at the end of the day. Like, yeah, I like you. I thank you for your service. I mean, I thank you for your business. I'm very appreciative. But at the end of the day, I need you to respect me like I respect you. Because I'm handling my business 100% when you come to me. So therefore, I'm going to need you to come and respect my business as if it was somebody else.
For real. Why do we feel guilty for protecting the very peace we pray for?
The old me would have been guilty. I ain't guilty no more. I prayed for this piece, baby. You gotta go. The old me may have been guilty, but I don't mind no more. Like, yeah, sorry. I hope I don't sound too rude, but
it is what it is.
It is what it is. I prayed for this piece. You weren't there when I was praying for this, so yeah.
So when you think about burnout, I noticed you said like, hey, I tend to rest to reset and recharge. What changed your perspective about resting? Because I know a lot of times as entrepreneurs, we feel like, oh, if I take a step back, that's not good. That's not necessary.
It's something. The old me, I used to drink. Well, I still drink a lot of caffeine, but I used to not rest at all, and it was hard because I was like, my baby was smiling like she was a toddler, like 1, 2 o'clock, like she 1, 2 climbing up the thing. I'm trying to sleep. It's like a lot, but now if I get to my rest. I don't mind that. I feel like if you have to hustle all the time, then you ain't doing something right. I'm big on systems. I need everything. I need you to automate what you need to automate, what you can automate. You need to take the time to automate what you can. Because hustling, it sounds good. But honestly, if you're a real business person, that's not what you do. You create a system, and then the system works while you rest. That's why I be sleep a lot. Because I create the system, and it do what it do, and I do what I do whenever I need to reset.
Good. Matter of fact, you need to create an entrepreneur workshop. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't understand the importance of structure and having a system. It's beneficial, especially people that don't know how to manage their time and things like that.
Yeah.
That's big. What does healthy rest look like for you today?
Sleep. I'm not gonna lie to you. I get my rest. I used to ain't get no rest. I'll just be go. I'm getting my sleep. But honestly, like I said, it's really big. I'm really big on systems now. At first, I did have that hustler mindset, like, oh my God, I need to be rolling. I only need 4 hours of sleep. I need to seem like I'm up all night.
Nah.
I don't have time for all that. So, like I said,
Burnout.
this is what I created something called a 3Ds last year, and it's called Dominate. Wait, what is it called? Wait. I gotta think about 3Ds. But anyways, I created a system last year, and I pretty much been let me look at my phone so I can take 3Ds on. That Red Bull got me rolling.
Not the Red Bull.
Let me see. But no, I did create like a system for myself, and I've been doing this since last year, and it really actually worked. Let me find it because I'm listening. Got it in here. I don't know. But anyways, I created a system, and basically it's like you're automating pretty much. You're going to automate as much as you can. This is what it's called. It's called Dominate, Delegate, Deliver. You're going to dominate your industry. You'll delegate it as much as you can. If you can get like outside people to come in and help you, create a little team, and then y'all going to deliver. So with you dominating the industry, that's where you're building your system. That's where you creating all the things that you could pretty much automate. And then when you delegate to your team, that's when, you pretty much like, you do this, you do this, you do this. And then y'all all deliver.
I feel like a lot of times as leaders, we tend to not know how to delegate. Because I know when I was working in corporate America in leadership, like I struggle with that because I'm like, if I do it, it's going to be done right. I ain't got to worry about it being messed up, things like that. But I had to learn like, okay, well, how I expect the next person to learn if I'm not delegating this?
Yep.
So we're going to close off on this note. If someone listening feels tired, discouraged, and overwhelmed by the journey they are on, what would you want them to remember?
Just remember to serve while you wait. Like, do whatever you need to do. You're going to have to pray to God. Like, pray, give God his time. Like, fast if you need to fast. Do what you need to do. But just serve while you wait. Like, just understand it's on the way, like CashNet USA. And I promise you, I'm telling you, waiting, it don't feel good, but it's for your good. It's going to be good. So once it gets good, you're going to be able to bask in it. You're going to just be so excited like I am right now. So, yeah, just serve while you wait.
Yeah, so purpose is not a race. Calling is not a competition. Growth is not always visible. Sometimes obedience looks like moving forward. Sometimes obedience looks like waiting. And sometimes obedience look like resting.
Yeah.
If you're in a season where purpose feels bigger than you, remember this. You don't have to carry your entire future today. And to everyone listening, keep healing, keep growing, keep trusting, keep becoming. Again, thank you, Gabrielle, for joining me on today's episode.
Thank you for having me.